I recently shared a birthday with a vicious natural disaster, and we're going to talk about it.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Let's roll it.
Yo, these late nights got me acting a fool. I stepped in on Vavoom, like in the way that I move. I ain't playing around with fools.
Oh my fucking God.
Lord.
I can't. Just like this has been such an interesting couple days.
Yeah.
I don't even really know where to begin. So on Tuesday, on Monday I sent out invitations to my birthday party. Monday evening.
Okay.
And because the next, was it Tuesday that you flew in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Wednesday, sorry.
No, Wednesday you flew in.
Yeah.
Right. So on Monday I made the flyers. On Monday I made the flyers and sent them out. And everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm pulling it up. And I was like, it's gonna be so much fun. And then they were like, there's gonna be wind. And I walked outside on Monday evening and that wind was blowing like a Michael Jackson video.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm in downtown Los Angeles. I have on this heavy ass trench coat. This shit is flailing in the wind. Whoosh, the wind, the full Usher, full music video moment is happening.
It's very funny. It was, I bet it was Usher. Open this.
Oh my God. And so the all right word, and then next thing you know, the fires have broken out. Everything.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
So Twan came home.
Okay.
And it smelled like I had fallen asleep. Twan came home. I thought I smelled him smoking a blunt.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, word. But I was sleepy, so I just went back to sleep. Then I woke up at 3:30 again, and I was like, he's still smoking? And then I was like, oh my God, that's the fires I'm smelling.
Yeah.
That's the fires.
Were you here then, or you hadn't got here yet?
I don't think you were here yet.
No. I was probably, was I flying in by then?
You were flying in that
Wednesday?
morning, yeah.
Okay.
It was 3 a.m., and then you were flying in then, yeah.
I did manage to get an interesting picture of clear skies, beautiful mountains, and then you can just see the source of the smoke from where I was on the plane.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Crazy times.
What a time.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy times.
What a time.
I'm so over it. Wine?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're drinking La Ferme. We've had this before, right?
I don't think so. I don't like it, but hey, I listen, people.
You already had it?
No, I think I sipped it when she poured it. I don't know. Y'all, just excuse me. I am a mess today.
Why are you a mess today?
Because it's been this week frantic, and then I had to go to Inglewood.
Right.
And just not prepared. I don't have my book. It's all, but we here.
Right. Oko don't have no cards.
I don't have cards.
That's crazy that Oko don't have no cards.
I don't have a little script. Here we are. Hello.
Right.
What are my things about? What I want to say about the fire this week? Oh, so I saw you. What day did we work on podcast stuff?
What day?
Was that Monday or Tuesday?
Of the week do I usually work on podcasts?
No, what day did we work? When I came
over. That was on Monday.
That was Monday.
It
wasn't bad then.
No.
It took a turn
it got windy. It got windy later. It didn't get windy until
we were fine.
Nighttime.
I was saying to you at your place, I said, oh yeah, I mean, we're not really feeling the winds yet.
No.
Had no idea what was coming.
Oh, girl, down the pipeline, and it was coming. And it was coming. So it has been the most destructive wildfire in Los Angeles history.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The most costliest.
The most costly. And I mean, now also it ripped through just the richest neighborhoods. So those houses are all worth a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These are not $500,000 doors, $400,000 doors.
No, they're not.
These are millions and millions of dollars of homes and billions of dollars of homes have been destroyed, which is sad. It's
sad for the environment and the people who got to breathe this shit.
Yeah,
nobody died or lost anything very important to them.
Right.
I think that's important to say too. I agree with that. I've been doing some reading on just the chemicals that are being emitted, like emissions from the wildfires, and how they are linked to premature deaths. And how they are horrible to your system. So for those who are listening, by the time we listen to this show, we're gonna be talking about it. Right. So hopefully we won't be needing a mask then.
Oh no, this show. This is going up. This is more important than the episode that we have back.
Than the New Year's episode.
The New Year's episode is up.
It's not on Apple.
Because you didn't put it there.
I was supposed to put it on Apple.
Well, you hit upload. Yeah. I meant to ask you. I meant to say this. We can talk about it here.
Let's talk about it now.
So you uploaded. You put in the information.
Okay.
And then you hit upload.
Yeah.
But you didn't put it. That's just YouTube.
Oh, I don't know this.
Right.
We never told me this. I just
Right.
press upload, child. So what does that mean?
I'll do it probably tonight. It just needs to be copied. It just needs to be
Okay,
copied and
but
pasted.
it is on YouTube though.
It is on YouTube.
Oh, good. Yeah, but it's coming, people. So we do have a New Year's episode out.
The New Year's episode is out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. So they can hear this next week.
The YouTube watchers will,
Oh, that's good. Welcome.
Yeah, the YouTube watchers got it early.
I feel better. We look so cute on the episode. That was a great episode.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, kind of doing what I felt like I was doing what you usually are doing.
Right.
So
Back
like
end.
looking at the show, I'm usually looking at it for the first time when you've done everything.
Right.
So looking at it.
It must be so nice.
It usually is.
Yeah.
Looking back at, I thought that was a cute episode. But back to this, it's the masks are important.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys this because I was watching CNN.
Okay.
And just like reading and looking on my phone or MacBook or of some of the people that have lost everything. You have Miss Tina Lawson. You have Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I would not cry for Mel Gibson.
No.
Boo hoo.
Not doing that.
Who gives a shit? Racist, a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I was listening to Melissa Rivers, and I work for one of Melissa Rivers' hairstylists.
Yeah.
So I heard that she lost everything.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah, she
and
said
I think she was able to take her mom's Emmy.
Something.
Joan would love that.
Yeah, she took the
Yeah.
Emmy.
Joan would love to get my Emmy, bitch.
And a picture that she
because Joan worked her ass off for that Emmy. But she then asked, like, what would be the things that if someone said to you, you have 5 minutes to prepare and you cannot take your whole truck, what would be the things that you guys take? Because I thought it made me do some thinking.
Like a go bag. What's
Like
in my
a go bag.
What's
What
in my
is your
LA
top
Fire
go
go
bag?
bag?
Go
Okay. Sure. The first thing it's too easy when you have a pet to be like, well, I got to get my cat out. You got to be safe and sound.
Right.
That's my baby.
That's already. Yeah,
All
you got to
right.
pay it. I don't even think that's that.
I
I'm
was
not even
gonna say.
counting
So we're
them,
just
of
talking
course.
about stuff.
Just stuff,
All right,
the
that I want in
things.
my hands.
Do we have a book bag full? Like how much stuff do we take? Do we have a suitcase full?
Let's just say like my Tefar bag.
A purse full.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like a book bag.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the book series that I'm gonna I can only get one in there, and it's real sad that I'm already just thinking about trying to pick which one.
You're gonna bring a book?
Yes,
How interesting.
100%. At least one of those things would have to be a book
I
series.
love that.
That seems like a total
much to
waste
me.
of space.
That's.
But I
fine
love that.
for you, yeah.
But that's interesting. I feel like. What else is going in there? Yeah.
Sure. Grab a
Like
book.
one book or like of the whole series of books?
If I can fit a set into because I'm thinking of Lilith's Brood with 3 books. I can fit 3 books in there.
You
That's
can
fine.
put 3 books. Oh yeah,
Okay.
I got a couple things in there.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
I got a whole outfit in there.
So I would take that series. What else do I care about in my house that I'd bother to get out of a fire?
That's interesting.
I guess I would also make sure to get the artwork I had on my walls off.
Can they fit in the bag?
Yes, a whole bunch of them's crap.
You
I
got
painted
5
myself.
minutes. You can get the art off the walls too.
It's largely in one spot, and I'm gonna rip it and see what can come with me.
Word.
I love
Whatever survives, survives.
that.
It
Is
was gonna die in a
it
fire.
worth money or is it just art that makes you feel good?
I just like it.
That's
It's just
important.
in my house. It's stuff I made that makes me
No,
happy
that's
to
important.
have. Yeah,
I hear that.
and I can get that in the bag. That works.
What is in your bag?
Oh,
Yeah.
mine. I've thought about this, obviously. I would get first a couple of things, just items that I will have to get. Social Security card.
Right.
Yeah.
Gifts. Oh, I almost say gift card. I don't know who gift card I'm taking because I don't got one on me. Social birth certificate.
Right.
I would take a photo of me and my grandmother because if the world is over or ending, I want to be able to see this photo of me and her as a kid. But you know what? Thinking about this though, I looked at my clothes. I may take some draws, and I had a whole day of thinking of this.
Yeah.
As much as I love clothes, I'm not that attached to where if a fire was coming, well, I would boo-hoo because
Yeah.
I've given shit away before.
Yeah.
I've had closets that were this small, and then I've had closets that runneth over, so I wouldn't take clothes.
Yeah.
So I think, honestly, it would just be my a picture of my grandmother and me, my Social Security card, my birth certificate, and like documents, paper, anything that I think, if they need to identify me,
Right.
Very.
or I need to say who I am,
Right.
that's what I'm taking.
That's very reasonable because I had thought about that, but I was like, I didn't know if we were doing sentimental stuff or just
It could
crap
be anything.
stuff I need to.
Now
leave
you made me
with.
think of something because I am a book lover.
Yeah.
I love books, but I have so many to where if I leave, there's not one that really trumps the other on my shelf. I may take Octavia Butler.
Which one?
Parable of the Sower.
I love that series.
I might take Parable of the Sower.
I made my partner
because she
read
predicted.
it.
She predicted this. She wrote
It's
it.
fantastic.
She said in 2025 there will be a fire in Altadena.
It was
Is that what she
It was
said?
set
yeah.
in 2025.
She wrote that in 1993.
I have to read
It starts
that. I don't even
out
remember
with
the
a
date. That's
fire
amazing.
in Altadena, California, because she was from Altadena.
Right. Interesting. That's funny.
So she was a foreseer, honey.
How interesting. What's I've thought about what would be in a bag, just being in LA, because when the earth is quaking, or because that's faster. When the earth starts to shake.
I never think of my life ending with earthquakes.
Not
I don't
your
know
life.
why.
It's not even about necessarily thinking my life is ending. It's about thinking what do I need in this fucking bag.
Right.
And so for me, okay, if it's a fire,
Right.
which means
things will burn.
things will burn.
Yeah.
I'm taking my passport,
Smart.
my laptop, the drives for the little memory card. I'm taking the drives that go with the laptop.
Okay.
And I'm hopefully grabbing that charger. Those are probably the most important stuff. If I can get something else in my bag, it's that camera. Actually, if anything, I should be taking the camera and the drives because the laptop is the cheapest fucking thing. Is the replaceable concept.
Right.
The camera was not cheap. The camera was way more than that fucking laptop.
Right.
And that laptop wasn't cheap either.
Right.
So I would really be trying to just grab my camera, trying to grab just the camera, the passport, any cash. Oh Lord, I got to grab the weed. If I see it, I got to grab the weed because this is stressful. Got to grab the weed is coming. Lord,
That's so
is the
funny.
weed
You
coming.
would get the weed.
Oh hell, fucking yeah!
I don't
I'm
even care
grabbing the
enough
weed.
about that, but I
think
my
I'd have
God.
to let it burn because if
Yeah,
I
I would
lost
care.
anything too important, I'd be sitting there but I got this weed, and now
That's
I'm
funny.
furious.
No, but if something important burned, be like, oh, thank God I got this weed.
yeah, I wouldn't care.
Because something important did burn. If your house burned to the ground, something, you lost some shit.
Of course.
But
with fires, I had my grandmother and my family, my father's mother had a fire in 1978. I was born in 1990, and I'm saying this for a reason. So around let's say 95, when I really got cognizant as a kid, I would always hear them talk about before and after a fire because they lost everything.
Right.
So I would say to them, why is that picture got burns on the edge? They said, oh, it made it through the fire. Or they would look around and think of something that used to be on the wall and say, oh, that burned in the fire.
We lost in the fire.
So it was bookends for my whole childhood.
Interesting.
Before and after. I didn't see it, didn't know it, knew them in this new life.
Right.
But here's the thing about why I'm saying this. What's interesting is that I find it that as the years go, 30 years later, that they never say before or after the fire. So the lesson I think happens with fires and destruction is that it's hard. It leaves ruin.
It's a reset.
But it's a reset, and you do rebuild.
Right.
It takes time.
Right.
And the impression of it gets smaller and smaller. And in just that metaphor lately, I've been able to kind of realize, and I'm not speaking for the people who've lost everything. I can't speak to that.
Right.
I cannot speak to that. It actually makes me want to cry right here thinking about it. It's hard, spending time in Altadena and seeing those beautiful houses.
Yeah.
And knowing that Altadena Californians were not fucking just rich millionaires. These were people who were middle-class black folk, generational.
Yeah, these are people who have
worked
jobs.
their asses off
Right,
to get what they
jobs.
got.
These are people with
Who
jobs.
bought their houses with and scuffed to get their houses. And the idea of not having none of that, it really is a tough one. Yeah. I've never felt like this about a natural disaster. And I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
I've seen some devastation. This one feels it's something very sad and scary about it.
It feels like there's going to be a lot of personal losses for people, and that really sucks.
It does.
A lot of people are losing irreplaceable things, like photos and just irreplaceable items that.
I feel like the Rager is very similar to a bad hurricane.
The Rager,
the raising of
right.
It seems very similar to a hurricane. Yeah. I think the reason that this is actually. Because it's if you scroll through the news,
right?
If you scroll through the feed, we're here in LA. You scroll through the feed, it looks apocalyptic.
Tell them about how you couldn't even come here one day.
Well,
and where we are at.
So the studio was under a because we're in Hollywood.
Right.
The studio was under evacuation warning. And I was explaining to Imani, actually, we were outside, like how this whole area and all of these hills really are kind of like kindling.
Right.
And I've never really been anywhere where the houses are so on top of each other and it's so much forest.
Yeah, all the greenery in that.
Someone posted a picture, one of these celebrities whose house burned down, posted a picture of like their backyard. And all I thought to myself, I was like, this is all fucking, it was so green. And it was so much flower and shrubbery and brush that was just going to ignite. But I think that because it's a lot of celebrities who have been affected.
Right.
And I think that is why it's receiving the attention versus like a hurricane that wipes out Houston.
Or North Carolina.
You know what I mean? Like that wipes out, like obliterated, houses obliterated, thousands of houses obliterated. You know, not to be like what's happening in LA is not a real thing, or not that at all.
That it's affecting millionaires.
It's affecting millionaires and people with millions of followers as well.
It has a huge effect.
It has so it's very, very on the internet in a way. Like I'm getting calls and then I'm looking through the internet. I'm like, oh, this is why I'm getting these calls. Because the internet isn't really what I'm experiencing as I'm walking around LA.
Right.
Yeah.
This isn't even kind of what I'm experiencing realistically.
And I do think a lot of people will take advantage of the fact that these fires look apocalyptic.
Oh, people are getting views.
Just absolutely apocalyptic. It look awful if you're too close.
It's very, very interesting watching like the social media-fication of a disaster.
Right.
From Lifetime.
Which is weird.
Because it's like you got people
and living in the city.
And living there, like watching this you're watching this happen and watching how people are talking about it. People who are here, people who aren't here, people who, you know what I mean? Like it's very interesting.
I heard Niecy Nash say in a video today that, so I think she lives somewhere like in Woodland Hills. So she was going to be affected by that Kenneth fire that someone actually set. That was arson in West Hills.
Oh, I didn't know somebody said that.
Well, there was like 5 or 6 fires.
Right, yeah, that was last night. They got it under control and not contaminated. What is it called?
Contained.
So she was saying, but she said something that was interesting. She said, so we got a bad, but we don't have to leave. She said, but I gotta say, I am feeling a little survivor's guilt. And I thought that was interesting. And you mentioned millionaires. That's because of who she is, where she's living, how rich she is.
She's rich as shit.
And that's it. And that's something our society don't usually. When Katrina came and ravaged New Orleans, it was the third ward. It was poor black folk.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't. It's hard. You don't hear people say, "I have survivor's guilt."
Right.
But this is like the first one that also I think rich people are realizing that we all are in this together.
Yes.
And destruction doesn't know no name. And it can happen like this. That's another thing. And I think there will be I think we're going to see a lot of shit change politically. I believe Karen Bass' job may be in jeopardy.
I think
people are very upset with her.
Interesting that people are up Karen Bass's ass.
They're very upset with her.
Because she was at a wedding. That is wild.
Somebody put the contact.
Karen Bass was at a wedding in South Africa.
Yeah.
That was on Monday.
Right. She was coming back. Yeah.
She was away when the fires broke out.
Okay.
She was gone only for like 3 or 4 days in total.
And didn't know a fire was coming.
She didn't know that
She couldn't predict the fire.
The trip was cut short. She took a military jet from South Africa to DC and flew commercial back to LA. The bitch was back here as quick as you probably could get here.
And
like, you know what I mean?
But
Like
late enough to where it had been catastrophic devastation.
But I mean, if Karen Bass had been
she couldn't have
sitting
done
here,
anything.
Nothing
She
would have
couldn't have
changed.
done anything.
So this is
But
when I
people are
see this,
upset
I
with
see
her.
the villainization of a black woman who was at a
I
wedding.
think that's fair.
And I think I'm like she's at the fucking wedding. Karen Bass is not a fucking firefighter.
No.
Karen Bass
She's
is not
not.
the fire commissioner.
Sure.
Karen, and she was, and according to everyone who's been involved in, what's going on, they were like, we had complete contact with her the entire time she was on her phone. She left the wedding and she got her ass back to Los Angeles.
Yeah, it wasn't like a negligence.
Yeah, I'm like, she wasn't fucking here. It was the holiday. It was the end of a holiday break. It is what the fuck it was. I think it's crazy that they're after her job. I do think she gonna catch some more hell.
She will.
Because when the girl didn't, when she was sitting there, when she was sitting there in South Africa, with her face down, not answering the reporter, bitch, that's not what you should have did, Karen.
No, I'm so glad.
That is not what the fuck you should have did, Karen.
I was actually getting ready to play that, but
because
we're here, so we can talk about it.
He's just like asking her questions and she's not answering.
That's the biggest issue with her. I understand that lady got caught up. She did not know a natural disaster was coming, but the idea that Karen Bass city is burning, she gets off a plane, they hem her up in a corner as she's trying to get her bags or whatever.
To get back to Los Angeles.
Yeah, at LAX. And for 1 minute and 30 seconds, these people are asking her real legitimate, why were the fire hydrants not at full capacity? All things that people are saying.
Right.
Things that she maybe haven't been prepped for.
But she really might not
but
also know the answer to.
This is what I thought. It's the silence.
The silence was the
similar
problem.
to Bush flying over Katrina. It was the idea that, of course, we ain't thinking this white man know how to swim and save it.
No.
But the idea that you're looking down while your city, a major city, is drowning.
But where the fuck is Donald Trump? We talking about Karen Bass. Where the fuck is Donald?
But listen,
Donald didn't catch no flight.
Outside.
Donald didn't gas up his private
Joe
jet
was here,
to get his ass up on this fucking thing.
Joe was here, but Joe was here for his granddaughter.
Joe was here already.
Yeah, and his granddaughter had a baby at St. Vincent or wherever that hospital is.
Right. So
and
Joe
also,
was in
Joe
town
cannot. Joe Lunds can take that.
But I mean, Donald's fucking tweeting. We mad at Karen because Karen flew literally from the other side.
And calling Newsom Newcomb.
Like, it's just like...
He's so gross. Like, I don't fucking know what that means.
Yeah.
And that's so sick.
Yeah.
But you know what it made me think of? Remember now, Newsom was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yes,
so
he was.
I actually feel like that Newcomb is a little more sicker than... That's something that they talking about, Gavin. That's just sick. Fuck off, Trump. We're in a bad spot in this nation. And you're coming next week.
What I was going to say, because I do think it was an interesting point about silence being worse than
sometimes.
I think some people are so afraid to say they're not sure yet that they'll stand there and look stupid.
Because if she had said that she didn't know, that also would have looked awful.
She can't say, I haven't been briefed yet. I can't give you
I
information.
feel your pain.
There was definitely something she could have said.
Yeah, I feel your pain.
I
yes.
agree with that.
I don't think that was a smart... I think that she messed up with that.
She might have gotten shit for anything she said, but I think nothing is probably worst case scenario. People just start projecting whatever.
And she was just like looking off into the distance, like not answering the reporter, which is what you do when you're having like, it's very human.
I thought she was having a mental. I thought she was sick.
No.
I said, are you sick, Karen?
No, Karen is stressed the fuck out.
I thought she was having a sickness.
She's incredibly, I feel so bad for Karen Bass. I feel so bad for Karen Bass. Because like, I think that she's at a wedding, she flew back, and they jumped on her. Rick Caruso jumped on her. Rick Caruso.
Oh, he's so fuck
Rick,
off.
What the fuck are you doing, Rick? Rick's because the Palisades just burned down.
And his thing did not burn.
Of course it didn't.
But think about why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because they're saying that they're giving him the benefit of knowing how to build shit, because there's mass discretion, but that Palisades village that he owns did not burn down. So this man is riding on tearing down a black woman, not winning mayorship a couple years ago, but also being a good builder. That's what they're saying.
But in the Pacific Palisades area,
it don't matter.
If you all don't know, you have to
fucking build it.
You have to know some stuff about Los Angeles and LA, like places. So in the Palisades,
right,
it's all cleared out. It's all cement structures. It's a cleared out, it's a raised neighborhood that they've then built up like stores and stuff. Right. So it's not something really that is super flammable. It's not in the mountains, in the trees, in the bush. That's not what it is. It's a cleared out like area. Like the areas in the areas in LA that burned, all across Los Angeles that burned, were all suburban. They were all in the hills. They were all in the mountain. Hollywood isn't really suburban, but they were all in like the hills. It was up. It has to be up because that's where the fucking trees are. There aren't any There's no trees down here. There's no trees in Koreatown. There's no trees in downtown Hollywood. There's no trees in downtown Los Angeles.
Or Boyle Heights.
There's no trees over there. So it's like it's hard for this.
Someone
to like,
tweeted, it's fucked up when downtown is the safest place in Los Angeles.
That's how the safest place
it's fucked up in this city.
No, let's talk about that. So we are going. I'm trying to like come up with something to do. It's my fucking birthday. The day this is all burning down. Yeah. It's my birthday. This is fucking trash, bro. Yesterday fucking was not great. And so I'm like, okay, let's go to Spire 73. It's happy hour. Let's go get a drink because what else can we do? As we're getting ready to go, they sent out an alert. Evacuate. Your area's under evacuation.
I'm glad you mentioned this.
Now we're in downtown LA.
Right.
Now my sister's here. She's been here for 36 hours. Okay. Everything's on fire. Within the first 30 minutes of us getting here, everything was on fire. We went to a dispensary and we were in awful traffic.
Right.
And she was like, oh, LA is really doing it.
Right. Doing all the LA stuff. All the stuff that people say.
Crossing it off the list. But so she gets the fucking notification too.
Right.
And so she's like freaking out because like now we need to evacuate. She's like, we need to evacuate somewhere. I'm like, I don't think that there's anything on fire around here. There's nothing to burn. Like, I look around, the skies are blue, there's nothing going on. I check Twitter, I check TikTok, I check Reddit. No one's got anything burning in downtown Los Angeles. I'm like, I think it was an accident. And she's like, how could someone make an accident like that? Like that's an egregious fuck up.
It is. Yeah. That's why would I get a message? That seems like an insane thing to be an accident.
Someone got fired.
Oh, someone should have got fired.
I fucking hope so.
Somebody
I don't
definitely should have been
that
fired because that is sparking fear into a lot of people. And everybody, they shot that message out to everyone, whoever the fuck. It seemed like it went out to everyone in LA. Because you got it.
It did.
Nicole got it. We got it. None of us are in the same fucking spot. And so all of us now done got this warning. And I'm like, yo, it was not good. It was rough. It was rough.
Sucked.
It's been a very interesting couple of weeks. A couple of days. I actually went to Huntington Beach night before last. Our friends called and was like, we're going to go visit Tiffany. Let's go there and get some fresh air. And it was so trippy to we could see on the freeway where the air quality and the smoke stopped and began. Kind of what you're saying with the plane. Mm-hmm. Where it stopped, where it began. We could literally see in the car like, oh, we are now entering into LA, which looked like Gotham City. I said, Jesus Christ. But, it's interesting with that whole Karen Bass. I want to go back to her for a moment because I do think that you're right, Kory, when you say that it is because she's a black woman.
Of course.
That's what happens when you have this type of job. And she already came in there with them trying to say and perpetuate that she was not qualified, that she didn't know what she was doing. So
what the fuck would Rick Caruso have done?
Rick Caruso wouldn't have done shit.
I mean, it's like the concept is foolish. As though she's the mayor of Los Angeles. Yes. So obviously it's a big global position. It's a huge ass city. She got other diplomatic things to go do. Yeah. She's a fucking politician. She was at a wedding.
I was gonna say, it seemed like she was doing something that had not fully political.
They acting like Karen wasn't. They acting like Karen was gone for 2 weeks.
Out here networking,
this shit was on fire, and the bitch flew back just
stuff.
now. She just got back this morning. Karen Bass was back here on the 9th at noon.
But I do think that's not entirely surprising. Just because it doesn't have to be relevant for them to be like, oh shit, something that we can say is terrible. Look at her not showing up for people. It doesn't have to make a lot of sense.
And if she would have pulled from her niggery of talking. Because she could have said abracadabra. She could have said, I love Jesus, none but the blood. Karen could have said something. She did not have to go mute. That mute challenge, I think, is where she fucked up. Right. Yeah. I understand you are nervous. And
she didn't look mute and demure.
She
didn't look mute and firm. She looked mute and like she was.
And then there was a woman that confronted Newsom.
And said what?
She confronted Newsom and said that she play that and just pray until you stop it.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now. to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally...
What is this bitch? She's just sitting here crying at the governor. What the fuck is he gonna do? It was a natural disaster.
I don't know.
I don't understand. They're acting
did,
like
yeah.
it's just acting as though this is like it's like this was a decision. Like that's the thing that's what bothers me when it's like this is not a decision.
So
this sucks. It sucks to be Gavin. It sucks to be Karen. It sucks to kind of be in Los Angeles. It sucks to have a fucking birthday right now too. These are great. And then I'm an asshole because I'm worried about my birthday. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. That's what the internet will say.
I don't think it's unreasonable to. I was gonna.
Talking to the microphone.
I guess it feels strange to think that people are already looking for solutions to something that hasn't finished happening yet.
Right, that is still ongoing.
I'm not sure if you can entirely, because I get people wanting to have, like, a natural disaster happens. You hope that your government has a plan in action or money to be released for people who are out of work and people who are losing access to school, play like a plan of, like, I get looking for a plan of action, but it does seem weird to look for one in the middle of the disaster and not when they can actually figure out what has to be done.
But 5 hours ago,
Newsom
Newsom did call for an independent investigation into the loss of water pressure to local fire hydrants and the reported unavailability of water supplies from the Santa Ynez Reservoir. He said we need answers to ensure this does not happen again, and we have every resource available to fight these catastrophic fires. That to me felt like they're looking to blame someone.
I mean, and they're not going to find anyone to blame.
Oh, no, they will find someone. It may not be right, but they'll find someone.
Oh, right.
Yeah. They're going to find someone, child.
It's like...
Oh, yeah. Because the reservoir is interesting so there's this reservoir up in the Palisades that they're saying that was completely empty because they were repairing the top of it. That they say would have given more pressure and more water access to the hydrants.
Right.
Maybe that is something that you can pinpoint and blame someone for.
I mean, you could blame someone and say, it needed to be repaired, and that's why I approved the repair.
That's the thing about natural disasters like this.
Everybody wants to play the blame game, and no one wants to do this stuff. No one wants to do this stuff to preemptively help stuff. No one wants to restrict their water usage. No one's talking about the crazy water. No one wants to fucking do that. No one wants to.
No people in the Palisades would not want to do
that.
stop
screaming
their water.
at Gavin Newsom right now. Got the kitchen running, trying to dethaw some chicken to feed her kids that don't got school no more.
It burned down.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, she's talking about the school that burned down. I'm like, what do you think did he go rebuild it tomorrow? You think that the school gonna be rebuilt tomorrow? What the fuck do you think? You sit here screaming, I don't believe you. I'm crying into the microphone. How? You like the frantic shit is crazy.
I need Gavin to look more like a. Why was he wearing? You didn't see the video, did you? He was wearing like aviator glasses, straight out of like a lot 6 at NBC.
Gavin is a 60-year-old white man.
This is a natural disaster. Put some smut on your face. How do you always looking like an actor from Bold and the Beautiful?
Everybody, and if he,
I'm sick of that.
No, because
I'm fucking sick of that.
If Gavin Newsom walked out here dusty, you'd be like, why Gavin look dustier than a motherfucker?
Every other white person in the Palisades dusty now.
Right.
You need to look like your people.
Right.
I think that's why people are turned off in a way, because he's so good looking, tall, broad shoulders. Who?
Gavin doesn't live here.
Well, he's been here for like days. Since I don't think he's
Gavin
left since the fire.
Yeah, but Gavin don't live here.
My point is, dry up that greasy hair, take off them aviator glasses, and say, I feel your pain. Optics are important. It's the same thing with Karen Bass. Like
Karen looked frantic. Karen did not look comfortable.
I thought Karen was sick.
Karen did not look comfortable.
So Karen is having a seizure, and she needs help.
Sick is crazy.
Straight from Connor.
She did look real. It wasn't a great
I thought
look.
she was. I said she's got to be having a moment.
It wasn't a great look. It's a fact. It was not great.
And also to the insurance people, just to put this into this fire episode or this moment. The insurance companies that canceled. So for the last couple months, there are people who said that State Farm and other home insurance coverages just told them that they were not canceling their fire coverage.
They're just going to take it away?
They took it away to where they're not protected in this.
My insurance.
Which is shitty.
That's
it should be criminal.
My insurance is so fucking expensive. I spend so much money on insurance a month And that's me paying for like auto and renters and these things. I know niggas whose health insurance is $700 a month.
I do too. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
For sure.
So like insurance is expensive and through the motherfucking roof. They cut in policies because people do out here, you get in, something happens, you get in an accident, you about to get, you know how much money you're about to be sued for? If it's your fault? You've been paying even like you paying $300, $400 a month for insurance for 2 years. You got just like, and I am not on the side of the insurance companies, girl. Don't get it twisted. But just for the math, you paying $300 a month for insurance, a year, or $300 a month every year. 2 years later, you get in an accident. That accident totals the car, totals the other car. It's your fault. They file a claim. This accident, the payout on this accident, gonna be $130,000. And that is not what you gave insurance.
No.
That is not what you gave the insurance company. But that's the kind of thing that happens out here in LA, where everyone's driving these really expensive cars and everyone has these really pricey jobs. And so the insurance market in Los Angeles is crazy. And everyone is quick to file a claim, quick to do something because it's a bag. So everybody's insured. White people have been getting rich on insurance for years. That was one of the first things I learned. Where I was like, oh, this is how white people are getting bags. Oh, because because tragedies happen.
Mm-hmm.
Tragedies happen to everybody.
Right.
Tragedies happen across the board. Tragedies happen to men, women, children of all different races, ages, and whatever the fuck is going on. But white people are insured. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So then when the tragedy happens, everything is raised and now you got to start over. No, tragedy happens when you insured, you fall up.
Right.
You're gonna get a new house. You're gonna get a new car. You're gonna get that. All those your Tesla, the cars that were parked and burnt on the streets. The niggas who are insured, they getting new cars. The niggas who weren't insured is not getting shit.
Right.
So the reason why insurance companies are pulling out of Los Angeles is because it is wild here. So it is crazy. It isn't crazy for someone to get robbed or your car to be vandalized. It isn't crazy for your house to burn down for an earthquake to pop out. It ain't niggas got big people got fucking the people have fucking what's it called? There's what was I saying? Fuck my brain. That fucked with me for a second.
Yeah.
People insurance is expensive, and we're put a note in to edit this out, but there was a 7.
You told me
that's
that.
why I said we got to. Okay. We probably got like another 5.
Okay, yeah. This is a fire episode.
Right.
We did it.
This was again. This was supposed to be the birthday episode.
Yeah. Well,
this is the fire
There was a
episode.
fire.
The
But
fire has taken. I've lost so much money from fires this week.
Oh yeah.
My roommate's not working.
Yeah.
Restaurants are closed.
Well, we know
Beaches are
people-
closed. Anybody, everybody is at home. People are not. People are losing money. Can we file unemployment? What's the plan?
Or
That's what the fuck she should
is
have
there
asked
a moratorium on rent next month?
That's what the fuck she should have asked Gavin. Yeah, are we putting a moratorium on rent for 30 days? Because what the actual fuck is going down with these fires in her life? That is what the fuck the bitch should have asked. That's what she should have asked.
Karen's mute.
I'm like, you niggas.
Oh, you mean
Karen
Karen and Gavin?
You screaming about the kids' school that burned down.
Yeah.
We can't do shit about that this week.
Yeah.
The school ain't gonna be rebuilt by the time rent is due.
Also, shout out to the 400 California prison inmates who have been
Battling fires for
battling fires
$30
for
a day.
24 hours.
That's what I thought I saw.
24 hours, $27.
Yeah.
A shame on this country. A shame. I mean,
You really
God don't
take
like
advantage
ugly,
of-
and He ain't
Yeah.
too fond of pretty. So we fucked up. We got to get this shit together. It's great to have this here to be able to do this, be able to talk about it.
Right.
Even though we did have a legitimate.
We had the tape today. I literally was saying it. I was like, oh, there's too much on my mind right now.
We legitimately, I thought a week to it was like, oh, his sister would be here. It'd be a birthday thing.
Right.
Right.
And literally life shows you that you just never know. It changes quick. Condolences to the people. I do think that it's nice that we haven't heard, the death number is not as big as I thought it would be.
I didn't
So
think
I don't, that's pretty incredible that
Because
people were
they-
able to leave.
They knew
yeah.
that they knew.
Or they're not telling.
I think no. I think that the
I love a
we
conspiracy,
knew,
honey.
Before the fires, we knew that the winds would be tough. They said the winds will be strong.
They did say
and
that.
the winds were then very, very fucking strong. In fact,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that these winds being this strong, and it ain't rained since May, and so it has not rained. It has rained a half an inch of rain since May, in totality of Los Angeles. And they said, these winds will be strong. This is going to spark a fire. This is like prime fire condition. So like, and the reason only 5 people died is because realistically, like, they kept it. I think it moves fast. Information moves quickly. So like when Hollywood was evacuating, I knew quickly. It did not take long for me to be buzzing about the office, about this, about my friends in the area, all of this. It didn't take long at all.
Right.
Very, very quick.
Right. That it really helped.
Very, very quick.
Yeah. Same thing with that website. With the app Watch Duty, which is like a wildfire app. It kind of tells you exactly what's burning, how it's burning, and you kind of can really see like exactly what's going on and tell you the routes and all of it.
That's great. Is that a public resource one? Like
yeah, it is. Yeah. So it's. I mean,
I got a topic that's off of the fire.
Yeah. Let's end it on something else.
Oh, it's not much brighter. But,
Okay.
Can I have a brighter topic?
You don't have to be brighter.
Let me see.
Because I don't have none. Besides that,
it was so funny. No, that's funny. That's funny too. God, but I need it to be like brighter. Number of single adults in the U.S. declines for the first time in years.
Okay.
And I thought this was like a twisted dagger in the knife for all of the single people who can't find nobody. So wait, everyone is in fact finding people, and I am off of the. I am excluded from the list. This is cool.
I have a question.
Please.
Does it come with more specifics than that? Does it like show from state to state?
Right.
Because I feel like there are certain areas where the like number of single people versus coupled people is higher and lower and whatnot. I feel like everybody in New York City is single for some reason and really angry about it.
For the first time in almost 2 decades, the share of unpartnered adults who are neither married nor living with an unmarried partner in the United States has declined. And so now you got people out here.
The share of unmarried, what now?
The share of single people has gone down for the first time in 2 decades. So if you single, it is in fact your fault.
I'm almost sure that's not true.
It's your fault.
Nor what the article
It's your
says.
fault. And that's what the article says.
Yep.
The article says it's your fault and you're going to be lonely forever.
You specifically.
You going to be lonely forever. Crazy. How's your love life going?
Fine. I am single.
Do you see a new?
Listen, I am single.
Can I start fucking your friend now?
No, you're not talking about it on this podcast.
No. I didn't say who your friend was. I can't start fucking him yet.
No. I am. No. I am.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. I am single. I am. Yeah, I mean that don't even apply to me personally, because like I don't even look at that as a negative. Okay, I'm single.
Right.
Who gives a shit?
Me alone.
That's
myself.
fair. I'm not. I'm not like. I think that's fair.
If you choke?
Choke what?
And loved ones.
Choke.
You don't have to.
You eating a bag of chips?
Yeah, but you can have somebody.
I'm here with my Ruffles, just munching along, and now I'm dead.
What's the self-Heimlich maneuver? I don't want to show it incorrectly.
Now I got to do a self-Heimlich.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
trying to
back
remember
of a
which
chair.
part of your hand has to be
Oh,
flat.
yeah,
I'm pretty
right.
sure it's a flat
Do you
hand
know
up
it?
here, and the fist
No.
here, right underneath your leg.
Twan's gonna save me.
Yeah, or Twan will save
Twan
you.
or Remy. Someone's got to come. Someone's gonna come and make it do what it do. This was
Okay.
Do we have anything else to bring up?
No, let's let this episode feel like it is. This is it. That's what Michael said. This is it. Ain't that what Michael said?
That is what he said.
And he died after that.
He did die after that. He did. He
said, "This is it. This is it, y'all." He said, "I'm giving y'all this and this," and he literally died in the bed.
That was it.
High as a kite.
Right.
I feel you, Michael.
Right.
Shout out to Mike Jackson.
Right. And that cover that went viral.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
What song was it?
Human Nature.
Right.
Great
thing about this show is that we're here weekly or so, and we talk.
Or so.
Or
ish. We're around. We're here.
Every 2 weeks, even though we're here weekly.
We're here weekly.
Now, you may see us every 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll get here. We
are here every
There's
single
50
week.
or so episodes of us rolling around this bitch.
They are episodes that you guys didn't even see, and we was here.
Right.
We were here. Your mom was here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
Never saw it.
Sherry's episode got cut.
Yeah, but we were here.
We were here.
We talked about your mom actually came right after
Was it after
the
Joe
debate.
got shot?
Yes, the debate
Trump ain't got y'all yet?
Not yet.
Right.
We talked about how feeble Joe was in that debate.
Yeah, he was feeble as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now look at him.
That was that.
Trump about to be president.
We gotta stop saying
Well,
The
gone.
world's
do
on
we have another
fire.
episode before that, or is the next episode Trump?
I don't know, but the nigga about to be president. Realistically,
He's
from when
here. He's got 2 more
we
weeks.
talking today, the president is going. He will be president very, very soon. I don't know when the fuck you gonna see it. Maybe you see it tomorrow. We'll see. Probably Wednesday. We'll see. Thank you for watching this episode of Late Nights with Coco
Alrighty.
and Coco. Imani, thanks for
Thank
coming.
you for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
And everybody say happy birthday to Kory. Happy birthday,
Happy
Coco.
birthday. Don't even mention the fire.
Coco.
It never happened.
Yeah, it never happened.
Finally, I'm now 23 and
He live on
excited
this show every week.
excited for the world to see what I'm doing.
I want to ask why you picked such that age specifically.
No, because I just turned 23.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, because usually it's 20.
My bad.
He just lies on the show every
fuck
week.
all of you. I've been 22 and now I am 23. That's how age works.
My bad. That's
And then
true.
he
That's
lies,
how
but then he
age
forgets
works.
his age. So he juxtaposed
what he
between
told me.
23 and 29 often.
29? That's old. No. I am 23. I was born in 2002. Okay?
Shout out to the Capricorns, though. This is very heavy. Like, Capricorn is real energy.
Yeah, it is real energy.
Which is why I'm not surprised by this fire coming out, because
Right.
it's heavy energy. Like Octavia Butler predicted it. Zora Neale Hurston, it happened. The fire started the day of the writer Zora Neale Hurston's birthday. And I'm a lover of Zora Neale Hurston.
Yeah.
I would not be the person I am if it wasn't for her writing.
See y'all.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.
Bye.